It is Let's Talk Arts and Entertainment on WMAY. Well, it is there have been quite a few virtual productions that have happened recently, but there have also been some productions that are going forward in person and that are being planned either soon or in a little bit. The next person I'm talking with is Mary Kate Smith, who I have not talked to. Well, I've talked to her recently, but in terms of an interview, it's been a while. So I'd like to welcome Mary Kate back. How are you doing?
Hey, Kevin, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being on. It's been a while since I've seen you. A couple days, I guess. We were at rehearsal the other night.
We just rocked a boat like not too
We
long
just
ago.
did. We just did. I have. I had Guys and Dolls back there. I do have a couple copies of it, so I'll put it up there at some point. But yeah, I love Guys and Dolls, and I love and the show we're doing is it's gonna be so much fun. We're both in the Miscast Cabaret, the STC's putting on, which would have opened this week, but is now going to be in May.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I think to just look at it as we get to be excited about it for
Yes.
longer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'll be a fun time doing all the rehearsing and everything. But in the meantime, before the show happens in 4 months, there are plenty of other shows that are going on that people can know about, and this show specifically that you and Damian Kaplan are doing next month, very special event. What are you guys doing?
Yes, we are doing a Valentine's cabaret out at the First and Third Wine Bar and Boutique in Petersburg. So it's like in my own backyard, and I'm super excited about it.
Nice. That's a lot of fun. I don't think I've ever been there. I don't get out to Petersburg as much as I used to, but
You
sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're putting Petersburg on the map out here. There's so many great new businesses. First and Third Broad Gauge just opened, but
Yeah.
First and Third, great. It's a great space, and it's all these old, beautiful Petersburg buildings that have been restored. But my good friends Liz and Maggie bought this building and restored it. So there's a boutique on the first floor, and then a great wine bar, sort of like on the second floor mezzanine, I guess you could call
Ooh.
it. And then the upstairs loft is just a great event space, a great space for live music. And so we're trying something new and doing a cabaret show there because the space really, really lends itself to that. So exciting.
That's very fun, yeah, and it sounds like a great place for some for some drinks, some enjoyment, and some live acoustic music you and Damien
Mhm.
are doing. And this will be an in-person live performance. You and Damien did I actually did a couple of shows, the two of you, of early on a couple years ago. Now, I guess
Yeah.
maybe a year and a
Woo!
half. What's the passage of time? But
Yeah.
but you
That's
guys did a
great.
couple shows. Yeah, you've worked together plenty of times.
Yeah, Damien and I have worked together. I've known Damien since he was like an infant. But in our adult incarnations, we've done a lot of great stuff together at the Hoagland, and we've done a couple cabaret shows together that have been really fun. But yeah, right at the start of the pandemic, kind of when everything shut down and everything was canceled, and people were really just like hungry for live music and theater and all the things, we actually streamed a couple live shows right from Damien's basement. We did a couple, you know, basically cabaret shows. We took requests online, we performed requests, we had live interaction with like a Facebook Live. And the best part about it was people could donate to some local arts organizations during the course of the show and leading up to it. So they were really great. Now it's kind of like I feel like everybody's like, oh, everything's virtual. But right when things started, it was kind of like this really great new way to reach lots of people. So it was a great opportunity for us to do that, even when we couldn't do it in person.
Yeah, because there were so many there were so many unknowns. There's still a lot of unknowns, but there were really a lot of unknowns those first couple of months. I mean, my show that I do now on Arts and Entertainment, I pitched like a month before the pandemic, and I'm like, well, I
Well,
wonder how this is gonna go. But it's gone. But but yeah, I mean, and virtual shows have really I and I'm a firm believer. I love being in person watching shows in the theater or in a live space. But virtual shows have really, they've kicked off in a way that I think they're in some capacity going to be around for a bit. But we love these live performances, and that's what you and Damien are doing. You were doing this live show, the two of you, Valentine's Day, although it is not exactly on Valentine's Day, but it is right around there, a couple days before, I believe.
Valentine's Day is Monday, so it's the weekend before. And
Right.
it's one
Well,
night, the whole weekend. It's just one night only.
one night only, and yeah, and so you guys will be doing a cabaret. What sort of music will you guys be doing there?
So we're going to just do it's a 2-act show, and there's a catered meal and drinks and like I think a champagne reception, desserts. So it's going to be fans. I'm really excited about it. It actually like really we were kind of inspired. I went to a place called the Blue Strawberry in St. Louis to see Jessica Vosk right before the holidays. And it was this really great intimate space, and she was just her and her piano player and her backup singer, and they just kind of served food and drinks there, so it had like a very New York, like Studio 54 kind of feel. And I was like, First and Third is the perfect place for that. They've done a couple other events where they've had meals brought in. And we just were like, oh, this would be great if it had a show to go along with it. So we're going to do a 2-act show, and it's all, it'll be duets and love songs, kind of like falling in love and falling out of love, and just sort of things that everybody will be familiar with, from rock and pop tracks to like classics and standards and obviously musical theater. But Damien and I just kind of love like playing off each other. He's a great arranger and composer, so I think he'll be coming up with some pretty cool arrangements and mashups of songs for us to try and do. So it'll be a good blend of something for everybody, literally.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. Very, very excited for that. With the venue, with the food, the drinks, the talent, the show. I imagine these tickets are going very fast. And how can people get a hold of some?
I should have written all this information down, and I didn't. But I know, like you said, you have the event page, so hopefully you can share it
I
for me.
do, I do. I have the email if you wanted that. The email that
Yes.
you put out.
The email, you can just, if you look up First and Third, it's like the numeral 1 ST and the numeral 3 RD. First and Third Boutique on other socials like Facebook, website, Instagram, all the things. They're located in Petersburg. If you call or email them, you can book tickets. And they are going fast. In fact, I just talked to Liz today, and I think it's about half sold already. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
book those fast, because it's part of it is it's such a great intimate space, but the bad part about that is between that and
No
COVID,
space.
it's like you put a million
Yeah.
people in there, so tickets are
Yeah.
very limited.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, guys, make sure you get those tickets, and we'll have the some of the information, such as the email, phone number, and stuff on an article on WMAY.com. You guys can get a hold of them and get your tickets, because they will be and are going very fast. Mary Kate, you and Damien break a leg in this performance, and also and I'll be seeing you, of course, at rehearsals and
Yeah,
everything.
and actually
And
we don't break a leg to Damien anymore, because he did actually break a leg during one of
oh,
our last 5 years performances. He literally like ripped his knee apart on stage. So we don't say break a leg to Damien anymore, but I will
okay,
pass on your,
okay.
and hopefully it won't happen again.
Many well wishes then on a wonderful, very great performance. And
Great.
absolutely,
Thanks.
thank you. It's good to talk to you. Let's talk
All
arts and
right.
entertainment on WMAY.